why. I forgot all about that. I'm not used to it.
We just jump right in.
Yep.
Yay.
It has been sorely lacking your perspective.
Aww. I'm so happy to be back.
You're now celebrating your return. Do you have any hot topics for us? How did things go during the September return to school adjustment phase?
Way better than I anticipated. It was pretty smooth with restarting a new school. It was awesome. She's doing great. She loves it. She's in volleyball, and that took a lot of time, and she's doing awesome. And Brooke, going back to school, Brooke has always hated school, so that's always like just normal for her to not like it. And so yeah, things are going well. How are you guys? Okay, so I'm dying to know, like, how many recordings have you had? Are you continuing? What special guests? Have I been replaced? Like, is there a new, like, other person that's consistently...
Well, come on, it is impossible to replace you.
Aww.
As far as how many guests we've had, 3 maybe?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. I thought it'd be a special guest.
4
every week.
No, not well. I mean, so like a lot of people don't actually like doing podcasts.
So you've been asking. You've been like, "Hey, I want to join my podcast," and you've been rejected.
Yeah, or it's really sometimes people are like, "I just can't find the time." I'm like, "You can't find a half hour? Come on, man! Like, whatever." But every week, I think, except for last week, and then probably not next week, and that's about it. But other than that, it's been every week. So I think 55 or 56 just went live yesterday. So it's just one with just me and Steve, and then up next is the second one with Double D. So.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yep. That one we'd scheduled that one pretty far out, like, so it was like that was already scheduled before all the other stuff happened. So.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that's a bummer.
I sent the link to you, Steve, for Beth. Have you sent it to her?
I have not. I have been remiss in my duties. However, I will talk to her this weekend. I have somehow managed to convince her and her boyfriend, Ben, to come to my house to help me with leaf cleanup of my yard.
Oh.
So that
nice.
is going to be awesome. We're going to take care of it all in one day on Saturday. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. And it's going to be great. So I will remind her of it then.
Cool. We have one of our neighbors has a tree that like a quarter of it leans like right over our house. And it's this, I don't know what type of tree it is, but it can GTFO because it's got these tiny little leaves that the friggin' lawnmower can't pick up because they're so tiny. And it drops its leaves late every year. Like it drops them late. And so normally what happens is it's snowed and then it drops them.
Oh,
it hasn't snowed yet and it dropped everything last night.
Oh, that's good though.
I don't know, like.
But at least it hasn't snowed, so you can pick them up now.
Yeah, well, I don't know about, like, we have so many trees, like, it is, I'm a not pick them up kind of person and, like, mulch them. Like, that's the style I like, is to run them over with the lawnmower a million times. But it's like, we have so many trees and there's so many different species and they all drop their leaves at different times. Like, we've got a couple oak trees which like to hang on to them for a while unless it's really windy. Like, we've had the oak trees have hung on to them until the middle of November before, which is so irritating. So, I don't know. It's mostly just like the gutters are completely full now of like everywhere because it dumps them on the roof too. And then it goes to like all the gutters all over the house.
Ugh, I hate it. I just got done doing leaves before this.
I like did a let's clear the driveway and let's clear the deck off, kind of like leaf blow. And that's
I'm
it.
the asshole neighbor though, who has all the leaves and it blows into all the other neighbors. So I'm totally the asshole.
Yeah, we get a bunch of leaves, like just the way that things are situated. So I think not only do we have a lot of trees, but I think we get a bunch of our neighbors' leaves too.
Nice, yeah.
Our neighbor's oak tree in the backyard kind of extends over into our yard quite a ways. And we were out there observing this tree, which had dropped its leaves. Turns out there's a basketball-sized wasp nest up there in the tree, which was totally hidden until fall.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Well, too bad. It was a good tree.
Is that your yard behind you right now?
That is not.
Okay.
I mean, not right now. Right now, there's like almost no leaves.
Yeah.
At least on the trees. They're all pretty much on the ground right now.
Got it.
But that is the backyard. That is actually the backyard when it flooded.
Oh yeah, I see the river back there.
Yeah, so the area right here, that's where it flooded too, but normally that's the edge of the water.
Got it. Okay, I see it. That's crazy. When was that? Was that this year?
No, that was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it's like drought year.
Yeah, this was terrible. In fact, I was at and maybe we talked about this last time, Ethan, the Minnehaha Creek is like, there's no waterfall in Minneapolis. It's nothing. No water whatsoever. So I'm hoping we'll have, as bad as it sounds, I'm hoping we get a lot of snow or rain this winter.
Yeah, I have a feeling we won't.
Yeah, I think we're kind of done though.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be, floods. Things are gonna change. Like, people aren't gonna be able to say, like, from now on. It's just like it's gonna be very different, I think. Because it's everywhere needs snow, right? So it's like, what is it? Is it the Sierra Nevadas that feed Lake Mead and stuff?
I think so.
Ooh, you're getting dinner. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Tell Kim I said hi.
So, like, they need tons of snow, like, year after year, too. It's not just, like, one big go. I saw a thing that was really interesting. They're like, well, they built it thinking that was the norm, and turns out that was the exception. Which is not cool.
Mm-mm. So, like, what fun topics have you guys been talking about? Like, what do I need to get caught up on? Like, what's new with you guys?
Steve, I really thought about quadrupling down on teams just for tonight.
No, we cannot. No.
I was like, we should do it. Only because, like, that episode went live. The first one went live. And I guess the second one, too. So, yeah. But I'm like, yeah, we should do that. Just throw Jess, like, right into the fire. It should be a good conversation.
What are we talking about? You know me. I'm all up for that.
Go ahead, Ethan.
So when Beth was on, we had talked about teams, and my
like, what teams are we talking about? Are we talking about
just
Microsoft teams?
No, just
teams.
teams.
Like a work
people.
team.
Yeah.
Work team. Okay.
Yeah.
Work
and so
team.
my stance is, and I prefaced it, like, I went back and watched it, Steve, and you were like down my throat for no reason. I swear.
Awesome.
I prefaced it with, like, this is a new thought. Like, I haven't fully formulated it yet. But it was, it's basically like all of the discussion and stuff around the team is just, like, gross. Like, everything is about the team, everything. Like, and I think that's what like, Steve, like, keyed off and, like, had a real big problem with, was I said everything's about the team. But it just needs to stop.
Are you talking about work?
No, just, like, in general. Like, it's not like, I'm not talking about a specific scenario at work or anything. I'm just talking about in general.
what kind of brought this up for me
Yeah, I
is
need more context.
in my long and storied career, I have had like 3 really good teams that I've been a part of.
Okay.
One of them I have right now. And it's the kind of team where it doesn't feel like work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've got work to get done. But when everybody's pulling their weight and is a decent human being and understands and is forgiving and goes, okay, don't worry about that. We'll get to it. It works really well, and it is something that I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And Ethan is of the belief, who cares about the team? And I'm like,
what?
well, I do. So there you go.
Something I probably had said something along the lines like, if it's like it doesn't matter or it's irrelevant or something like that. Something.
So we need to remember where Ethan is at right now from a work perspective in regards to team dynamics. And
well, we also need to remember that Ethan's an expert in this field too. Like, I have 15 years and formal education in this space, so like I do know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, just name dropping. And
that's why I think that I can say it to me. And like, I think we clarified maybe one point too. Like, to me, it's like, have either of you been on LinkedIn lately? The big thing on LinkedIn and the big thing like in the professional space is the difference between management and leadership, right? So like, everybody's saying stuff about leadership and what a good leader is and all that. And to me, it's the same thing as teams. Like, enough. They're like, just stop. It's pointless to say that stuff.
This is the way I feel about the word pivot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have a coworker who uses the word, I'm gonna double click on that, which means like they're gonna come back to it. Like, we need to double click on that. Tell me a little bit more. And I'm like, oh my God, stop saying double click. I'm like gonna punch you in the throat.
That's funny.
That's how I feel about double click, the same way you feel about pivot.
Do they mean put a pin in it?
No.
They want to talk about it right then. They want to dive into it.
I need to double click on this.
Yeah, that's funny.
Double click on this. Maybe at a different time though.
I've never heard that before.
So yes, I know how you feel about pivot. And actually, yesterday, someone used the word pivot, and I thought of you.
What is the vernacular on the dating apps? Which one is the reject? Swipe left or swipe right? I don't know.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Because if somebody says double click, I might, I want to go, no, let's swipe left.
I'm pretty sure it's left, yeah.
Okay.
So when you're swiping, you're just going like next. So that's swipe right. Swipe left means you like them. I don't know.
Yes. Swipe right is like. Swipe right is yes. It's specifically for Tinder.
Swipe right is yes?
Yeah, swipe right is yes.
I don't know.
It's because the right-handed people. We're just trying to get rid of all the left-handed people.
Okay, so Ethan, I'm totally boggled about why you don't feel like a team matters in somebody's happiness. Like, everyone can work individually, that's fine, but in order for someone to be fulfilled, I feel like a natural part of human being is to be connected to somebody, and being a part of a team is a form of connection. So how come being a part of a team doesn't matter?
Well, I don't think I've ever said that. Don't like, I think the whole concept of everything being about the team is like, it's just played out.
Oh.
Okay, so I totally get that, but I'm just saying when I'm on a good team,
yeah,
it makes my life so much better.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever disputed that. Like, I think I agree. You should go back and watch it. You should go back and watch them.
I'm done. We can go now.
Yes. I'm going to swipe left on this discussion.
Beth also, apparently Beth thought that Steve and I were like really getting into it, which we kind of were, and it's actually really funny if you go back and watch. Sorry, Beth, but if you go back and watch, you can see her like literally move back in her chair like when we start discussing it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, she physically is backing away like, whoa.
It's pretty funny.
Not going to get involved in this.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, actually, what I see more on LinkedIn is this like quiet quitting conversation. I've seen that on LinkedIn. I've seen that on TikTok now. Now, like analysts at like CNN and all these like major news places are doing interviews and writing about it. Now, I'm actually more frustrated about quiet quitting, and now it's like quiet firing, and I am sick of that. I'm over that.
Yeah, we've talked about quiet quitting and
That
how
doesn't
it's
even make sense to me.
it's the nomenclature is wrong. And so I did a little bit of research on it, not a lot, but quiet quitting came from it came from Japan, and it was, whoever, I can't remember if it was a political person or something. But it's the same kind of thing. Like people were just like, I'm tired of going above and beyond, so I'm not going to go above and beyond anymore. And they coined the term quiet quitting essentially to try and make people who did that look bad and give it some discredit it instead of, talking about what it actually was, which is essentially burnout. I think is what it is. Quiet firing, that's really funny. What I think that is the lightning rod. A little bit the lightning rod theory. So the lightning rod theory is that on a team or in a workplace, there's one person that everybody dumps their negative energy into until that person either quits or they screw up and they get fired.
No, I don't know if it's quite that. I watched it a couple days ago. I can't remember, but I was so over it that I'm like, I don't even want to.
Quiet firing is when like a manager makes someone's life so miserable that they quit. That's what it is.
Managing them out.
Yep.
In a passive aggressive manner.
Yep.
Well, I'm over those two topics. That's all I got to say about it.
So for Halloween this year, we had a bunch of our kids, well, the ones that went, so they all dressed up as like different Stranger Things characters, which is hilarious because
fun.
They're like, it's like specific seasons and characters. So we had, and then one of the parents, like we have, one of our kids has this group, they're called the OGs. And so I can't remember, it's like 5 or 6 girls. It's hilarious. But they're like these little 5th graders. Like, the OGs. And they have like one OG that's like an honorary OG, like they're part of the group, but they're not part of the original group. So they're like not the OG, but they're part of the. So anyway, they were all gonna do different Stranger Things costumes, and one of the parents was like, "Hey, just everybody come over here, and we're gonna eat and have a party beforehand, and then we'll go trick or treating around our neighborhood." And we're like, "All right, cool." So all of them everybody has seen Stranger Things except for this one girl, and like her dad will not let her watch it. He's like, he just started season 3, and like I'm like, yeah, it's fine. He's not gonna let her watch it ever until she's older. And so I'm not sure what her costume is. Like I see 80s things, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. So everybody else is dressed up. We've got like a Steve and a Robin from Scoops Ahoy. We have no Nancy, but we've got a couple different 11s. We've got like Party 11. We've got first season in the pink dress 11 that's murking people, We've got 2 different Maxes. We've got Max from season 4 and Max from when she first showed up. It's hilarious. And so then we've got this one girl. And so we're getting ready to go trick-or-treating, and I'm like, are you supposed to be JoJo Siwa? And the look in her face, like if looks could kill, she was so offended.
Yeah.
That I would say that. And I'm like, well, she's like, no, I'm also from the 80s. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, really? The thing that threw me was the leg warmers on the arm. Like, that's really what threw me off. so offended that I would say JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, that's like so 4 years ago.
Well, yeah, she's an adult now.
Now I follow her on TikTok.
Yeah, every now and again something pops up. Like, I think she's like kind of funny, but I wouldn't.
I like her. And yes, I still am on TikTok. That has not changed.
TikTok's great. It's so much content that you can put in your face hole, like, and you just swipe. Like, you just swipe, and the content comes. It's great.
Fun.
TikTok's going down soon, though. Something else is gonna come along.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else have I missed?
What's that?
What else have I missed? What's new with you, Steve?
Let's see. I am headed to Key Biscayne next week.
Where's that?
Florida,
Oh,
right outside of Miami,
Oh, fun.
for about 4 days for my
Nice.
brother's wedding. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Hence the inability to podcast late next week because I got to get ready and get up early for an early flight.
Got it.
Uh,
That'll be fun.
yep.
We
Did I talk about this?
We could podcast over lunch and get work, Jess.
Oh God, I'm way different.
I can't shift gears like that. Did we talk about this wedding at all, Ethan? I can't remember.
No, you didn't. You just told me you couldn't.
Okay. So, my brother, who was getting married, asked me to officiate his wedding,
Fun.
except I declined.
Oh wow, why?
For a number of reasons, but one is I just don't have the headspace to right now to. I've never done this before. Now I have this learning curve, and I want to do it well, and I don't have the headspace for it.
Yep. Totally makes sense.
I mean, I barely have the headspace to function during our podcast, let alone officiate a wedding.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
How's your doggy, by the way? What did he need surgery for?
my dog is a boxer, and they are prone to getting like lumps and whatnot. And so we had a few removed, one on the top of her head, just a little one, and then one like on the neck. And so the one on the neck I didn't think was that big, but the cut has got to be like 5 inches long, where they
Aw.
sutured her back up, and they shaved the hair off. And so she's got 2 big spots where she's recovering, but she's a champ. After she comes out of the drugs from it all, she's great. But while she's on those drugs, she's just like, this blows.
Yeah.
So,
She's doing better though.
yeah, she's doing good. And we had a similar procedure done last like January. But it was more significant then, and so she's like, her recovery period is a little bit quicker. But she's getting older. She's 8, and boxers only live to be 8 to 10. So like, this is probably like the last thing we really do to kind of keep her going. But yeah, she's doing good. Thanks for asking.
Good.
Yep.
Gosh, I can't imagine if anything were to happen to my dog. God, he's the best thing ever. He hasn't changed. Actually, he's a dog now. Like,
Nice.
a dog turned into a dog. So my boyfriend has been really training him and really like, I don't even know what he's doing, but it's working. And I had a friend about a week ago says like, wow, Sparky's really changed. Like, Jason's doing a great job with him. I'm like, oh, thanks. Yeah. My dog's a dog now.
What are the big changes?
I can't. He still barks at people when he sees them, but not as long.
Okay.
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. So
Okay.
we took him to a dog park for the first time a couple nights ago, and he was able to just hang out with other dogs. Like, he was able to just, like, not bark at them, not growl at them, very friendly. Granted, he was like, one dog was like trying to sniff his butt, and he was like, get off me, and he was like, "Brr." But I think it's really around like other dogs, because in the past, Sparky did not like other dogs, and he didn't listen very well. So like when he would go out without a leash, he would run as fast as he could, as quickly as he could, and like now he like stays by me, he stays by Jason, he's like very good about listening, about, hey, come, and he'll walk away and then he'll come back. Yeah, he's just better. So
Cool.
yeah,
That's great.
so that's changed.
We have had a lot of episode talk about Ethan's birds. So that has been a hot topic for several weeks. I can't get enough bird talk. I can't get enough parakeet talk about how he's kind of leading the bird, training them, and how his original bird, his OG parakeet, is way more mellow and way more well-behaved than the new G parakeet.
You got a new parakeet. Well, how long ago?
The middle of September, maybe.
Oh, okay.
So one of our daughter's friends had gone off to college, and so we got her birds because her mom wasn't able to take care of them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We only ended up getting one. So, yeah, they're kind of chilling out. Like, it's really funny. I think one of the things I mentioned is like we'd never seen our bird like sleep like the way that they normally do with their head tucked back and stuff. Not until this other bird came. And so even today they were doing it for like a few hours, just like in the middle of the day, and just hanging out on top of one of the other cages, napping. So, yep.
That's fun.
I had a great experience this week at work. This is the first time in I don't know how long, where in the middle of the day, I was like, I just got my booster the other day, a couple days ago. And I'm like, I do not, all of a sudden, like about 2:00, I'm like, I've been ignoring this, but I have a headache and my neck hurts. I'm going to go lay down. And I went and laid down, and I was out for like an hour, hour and a half. I missed a meeting.
Oh.
Like, somebody was pinging me via chat, like, where are you? Are you sleeping? I'm like, yeah, I was.
Oh. Your body needed it.
Yeah. I don't know when's the last time I took a nap. Anytime. It's been a long time. That was crazy. So that was fun. That was my fun work experience of the week, was taking a nap.
I love that. I had a great experience at work for an hour. I didn't do any.
Yeah. Yes.
Actually, like in September, that happened to me. I can't remember. I'm always sick. You guys know that. And so one time I was sick, and I'm like, I have to lay down. And then I missed a meeting, and then I just messaged everyone saying I'm out for the rest of the, like, 2 days I was out. I have a migraine right now. I'm like dealing with a migraine.
You still are. Because you had that yesterday.
Yeah, it's much better.
Good.
But yeah.
Have you by chance, has your stress level gone down a little bit when you started feeling ill?
Yes. That's what I actually told somebody, was that it was chaos for 2 weeks, and then Monday hit and everything was like cool and calm, and then Tuesday I started getting a headache, yesterday my migraine, and then today it's better. So yeah, it was chaos. This last weekend was chaos. Yeah.
I started wondering that. I'm like, why would she be sick so often? I'm like, I wonder if it's because she's stressed out all the time when she gets little breaks. In that stress that she gets sick. Like,
yep, that's exactly what it is. I've recognized that too. So when I come down from stress, that my body's like, okay, you need to sleep now, and it forces me to sleep.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you more stressed in your current role than your previous role, or is it the same?
less because the previous role I was doing this and the old job. So I was doing 2 full-time jobs, whereas now I'm doing 1 full-time job. And as you know, projects are up and down. So like there was over the summer where I was managing 8 projects at once, and that was the most stressed I've been. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and now I'm managing 4. And managing is not the right word. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm managing, I'm
overseeing or
overseeing.
responsible, something like that.
Yeah, I'm overseeing 4 and not 8 anymore.
Puppet mastering.
No, not even that. Overseeing. Communication.
You've
That's
got
all
your
it is.
mitts in, 4 of them.
Yes. So, no, like right now, I'm not that stressed when it comes to work. Like last week, we had our 2023 planning sessions, which was not stressful, just, you're communicating what 2023 is going to look like and how 2022 went, and especially in this new role, like what were we expecting, and then what was reality. And so I had to talk about that. Then I had to talk about what 2023 is going to look like, and even 2025, 26. Like, what's this role going to be like at our company? Do we say names anymore?
So here's the thing. Like, we've all been on the podcast, the work podcast. All of us.
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't know that it matters because, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm trying.
We'll see. Because I don't want to do a bunch of editing either. Which we've been super good. Like the last I don't
2 months
know.
without me.
I think it started before that. But the editing has been really great. Like I just go in and chop out like a little bit, make sure there aren't any big gaps, make a really funny ending, which just means that I cut it off at a really weird place, and then put the music in and ship it, and it's good to go. So that's been very nice. The last, probably the last 10 have not had very much lifting, which has been great.
AKA without me.
I'm pretty sure you were in some of them, but
I don't know. I'm always notorious for.
There were definitely some, because like the one where you were at like the gymnastics place, that one was one of them that I had to do. So there were a few that were in there still. Like the last one that took like a lot to edit was the one at the airport.
Oh God.
That was a lot of like heavy editing.
I was super intoxicated, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so apparently we have another listener. And my boyfriend.
We're up to 4. We're up to 4.
I see the metrics tell me 5.
Ooh, so he's the 5th. He told me, he's like, yeah, I've been listening to your podcast. I'm like, no, you haven't. I'm like, oh my God, what have I said? Like, I've talked about past boyfriends. I've talked about my beliefs in certain things. Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh, now I'm embarrassed.
Is this someone we would know?
My boyfriend?
No,
her boyfriend.
The other listener is the new listener someone that Ethan and I would know.
No, that's my boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my boyfriend is the new listener.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he told me he's listened to like 9 or 10 of our episodes. He's like, I even listened before you guys started doing video.
Oh wow!
Like, really?
He's OG.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like around 30 something.
Yeah.
Did he have any observations like, hey, you guys should do more of X, you should do less of Y?
He said that we are able to hold a good conversation. He's like, you guys do a really good job at like keeping the listeners entertained. I'm like, oh, okay. Never heard that before.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yep.
This is all about entertainment.
Yep. We're doing this for you people.
You did miss. I had a similar experience to Steve's CBD and beer. You're gonna have to go listen to that episode.
Was it with CBD in beer?
No, it
Oh.
wasn't.
Was it with real THC in beer?
No, it was
black tar heroin
yeah.
and Adderall.
Yeah, yeah. With fentanyl? No.
No, like, I mean, technically, it's a pharmaceutical drug, but like not drugs. And like when you say the word drugs, what you think of.
Okay.
So nothing that you would use recreationally.
Got it.
Prescription drugs.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Yes, I thought it was actually really like I was kind of laughing to myself while it was happening.
It was
You're like, this is what Steve's talking about.
It was prescription drugs and a stool softener. But you'll have to listen to it. I'm making that up. That is not what it is. But that would be hilarious.
That would.
I don't know, maybe like that scene out of National Lampoon's Van Wilder, where they give them before their big test, they get laxatives, and they all got to go to the bathroom. Yeah, see, not funny.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
Sorry.